Groovy.
I mean the kind of music men hum or whistle when they feel on top of the world. I mean the kind of music men hum or whistle when they feel on top of the world. And gentlemen, one of the many things that give you that tip-top feeling is the pleasure of being well-dressed.
Hey everybody, welcome on back. I am doing better-ish. My face is breaking out horribly, but I am at least not in the pain that I was in last week. It was rough. I was not in good shape. One of these days we'll actually get it to where I can stream again on a Thursday. I actually feel good enough to do it. But we seem to be having a bit of an issue with YouTube chat not wanting to show up on the chat box. So right now that is apparently just Twitch. Oh, no, there they go. Okay, now they want to come up just because I said something. So everything is back up and running, but we are live on Kick and YouTube as well. Trying to get everything back up and running on YouTube. I tell you what, starting something is so much easier than trying to restart something after you've taken a long break off. Because it's same with going to the gym, restarting a diet after Thanksgiving, birthday, and Christmas and New Year's, and just January in general. Picking up an instrument that you haven't played in 20 years. Like, it is so difficult to restart something because you're having to make up for that lost time. But, excuse me. But we are going to be trying to get the YouTube channel back up and running again. So yeah, that's what's long-term agenda is. That short-term agenda tonight, we are going to be visiting with the wonderful wiki of Low. We're going to be doing some Wicklow challenges. Our medium short-term goal, so medium short-term, is the Atlas Ichty. The Atlas Ichty is the thing I wanted most when I saw the Atlas. Now, the Atlas is the ATLS, so Atlas. It's the power loader from Aliens. It's used for cargo moving, has a tractor beam where you go bleep, and you pick up a crate and you hold it up above your head, and then you go bleep, and you place it wherever it is that you want to place it. Then there's the Atlas Geo. The Atlas Geo is the mining variant. It has a jump pack or a jump jet, and it's got a mining laser on it, and you go mining with it. And from the moment I saw the Atlas, I was like, I kind of want to put guns on it. The Atlas Ichty is literally the Atlas with guns on it. You've got to do some Wicklow missions in order to get it. Now, most of the ingredients are actually very simple, very easy. The two that wasn't necessary for the camera to do. Most of the issue lies in the fact that you need 5 irradiated Valakar fangs of apex flavor. And you need NN13, I think, cannons. Now, NN13 cannons, you've got to get, for the Valakar fangs, you got to go through all of this nonsense at this compound where they're doing things that science ought not to be doing, has no business doing, and it's very much your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should stuff going on there. Yeah, my face is definitely not Apex flavor. My face is Omega flavor right now. Anyway, the other thing is that you need these cannons. Now, the cannons, you either have to go through this extensive space hangar mining asteroid facility thing, or you get the Wicklow Golem, which is a mining ship. It's a good mining ship. And the Wicklow Golem has these cannons on it. So that's what we're doing. We're going to get the Wicklow Golem. Now, the Wicklow Golem is much easier to get. You need like 2 Wicklow favors, which are these Wicklow versions of the Lament configuration, the puzzle box from Hellraiser. Imagine that with this goofy alien head on it, and that's a Wicklow favor. So you need like 2 of those, and 15 hard drives with suspect contents on it from running these crazy missions. So we're going to be running those crazy missions. So that's what we're doing. We're running crazy missions. I've already got the Wicklow Rubik's Cubes. So we're going to get 15 suspect hard drives. Now, normally you run you run these missions and you are automatically given 15 suspect hard drives. However, I lost those in the latest patch update, so I don't have those. So you've been referred to as the weird alien head on the Lament configuration. I tell you what, like, I hate the name of the Lament configuration. The configuration is simply a way of arranging things. And the Lament configuration implies the existence of several other configurations, of which we've only seen one kinda sorta as a satellite in Hellraiser 4, which was not the best Hellraiser movie. I liked it. I liked the idea of a Hellraiser anthology. I did not like half the stuff that was in Hellraiser 4. Well, I'll tell you who I did like. The accountant in, I guess, the Hellraiser or something like that. The guy who sat there at the typewriter and is like, oh, I'm not here to judge you. I'm just here to write your story. And Phil, I loved that character. I loved everything about that character. It was just menace with a lack of judgment and absolutely no pity whatsoever. I thought that guy was so cool. Especially like watching him talk with Pinhead. And it's like, oh yeah, no, I think we've got one of yours. It's like, let me call up my colleague from the next company and see if, like, we may not have what you need, but like he might. I love that. I love the idea of like two cosmic dimensions just kind of having occasional crossovers where they work together. It's like, oh yeah, no, we're in the same town, totally different zip code. But yeah, so we're going to be running Onyx facility stuff, and it's going to be great and wonderful. Let me put my dome cover on. And find our way out to a place. But I think the other thing, yeah, six configurations makes sense. Like you got Lament or Lamentation, Salvation. You have a bunch of Asians. And it would make sense that the Lament configuration would bring Cenobites and like maybe a Salvation configuration would bring an angelic host. Maybe like a Constipation configuration would bring the shit golem of Golgotha or something. I don't know. Nurgle. Yeah, I don't know. Lamentation, Salvation, Constipation, Conflagration, you know, just a bunch of fire demons. What am I looking for? I'm looking for my Corsair.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Yeah.
Please visit us again.
Yeah, that's the configuration that hasn't come out yet. 100%. I'll tell you what I think I forgot the most about streaming, Graves, was your puns. New configuration just dropped, or rather didn't. I love that. Oh, that's amazing. Ooh. Ooh. I feel bad for the poor soul who's got the puzzle box and he puts it into the Constipation configuration. It's like, man, this is shit. And like Pooh Head comes out. It's like, don't I know it? What's wrong with my door here? I mean, miss is a strong word. I mean, I kind of missed him. They kept streaming interesting for me. In enclosed structure? Of course I'm in an enclosed structure. I just... Oh, because I'm in quantum mode. Alright, we'll open the doors. While that's opening, we'll grab a contract. Investigatio. Now, for the most part, I've just been doing this one where we just have to run in and pour a leaky pipe. So we're just doing a plumbing job on these. Alright, I don't think it's gonna let us get out of here.
Landing complete.
No, don't complete the landing. Oh.
Landing gear up.
Now that we're out, so we're looking for. Looks like it.
Okay, hope you're ready to tackle this one. Just keep your head down and you should be able to.
You didn't ask me if I'm ready to tickle this one. No, sir. I'm not tickling anybody. What do you mean obstructed? Just... Okay. Just... On track. Track. Oops. There we go. It's... Weirdo. What did I just calibrate to? What's going on? Just like zooming out to nonsense. Oh, look at this dude. Isn't this thing beautiful? Actually, not. Drake has some hideous ships. There's something weird that I like about this. I think it's the asymmetry of it, which is not normal for me. Alright. Got my stuff. But no, I do have. If you play Star Citizen, asymmetric designs can be really like they can do some wild stuff with them. I think what I really hate in an asymmetric design is when the cockpit is way the hell off center. I don't mind a little off center. For the longest time, I did not like the Millennium Falcon. I still kind of don't. I don't like the idea of having a ship where the entire ship is to the left. I don't like that at all. Space especially is really bad with depth perception. You just don't have that field of vision. So I don't like the idea of any of the Corellian YT freighters. Like the Outrider, Dash Rendar's ship, didn't like that. I don't like the B-Wings. I hate the B-Wings. B-Wings are my least favorite starfighters out of Star Wars. I'll take a TIE fighter over a B-Wing. Cannot stand the B-Wings.
Shield system online.
And the whole thing about, first off, doesn't look like a B at all. Looks like a T. Why they didn't call it the T-Wing? To match the A-Wing, the X-Wing, and the Y-Wing, which all look like an A, an X, and a Y. That's our target. And like, actually, I think the B-Wing is my second least favorite starfighter in any sci-fi franchise. I'll take the Viper from Battlestar Galactica over that. Turn it on. So if this is the front of the A-Wing, turn it up like this, and it is actually shaped with 2 feet, and then the triangle, it's kind of shaped like a capital A. A little bit. Like, it's stylized. Like, you kind of got to use a little bit of imagination, but it looks way more like an A than a B-Wing looks like a B. It looks like an A-Wing in the reverse way that the Y-Wing looks like a Y. Or the A-Wing looks like an A, the Y-Wing you gotta point it down, and an A-Wing you gotta point it up. The TIE Bomber's rough. The TIE Bomber is pretty rough. I'm not gonna argue with that. I think the only time I've ever seen a TIE Bomber portrayed in a way that I like is that TIE Fighter anime-styled animation that a fan made, where they showed the interior workings and like just how much ordnance the TIE Bomber actually had. This thing folds up like a Lambda-class shuttle, which is kind of cool. But like reverse, like this is the bottom of the shuttle, and that's the top. So I'm still getting used to camera modes. Back this up just a hair. Oop. Ooh, bit of a hard landing, but that's okay. Make it out.
Engines offline.
I don't need these. Magic bowl of stuffing just appeared next to me. It's the good stuff. It's a good stuffing. Alright. Take me to the hangar. Put me in the water. Did I bring... did I bring a crate? I think I did. I'll be honest, I didn't even check. Okay, I do. I did. I have ammo for my blammo. I do. I do. Alright. Be good. Alright, everybody remember where we parked. You know what this game's missing? Elevator music. This really needs like a do do do. And then you're done. Assed. Do I not? I do have a gun. Where's my gun? Bro, whip it out. Oh, right. Derp. Armistice zone. Just dumb. Alright, there are gonna be a couple of dipshits down here. It never goes well trying to shoot them. It's off. Someone has come through here. Hey, dipshit. Alright. Now we ignore the big snacks. Jump across. Oh. And then we ignore even bigger snack up here. Whoa, radiation.
I think they got away. No sign of the suspect.
I hope they're no. Oh, shit. Sir, kindly fuck off. Okay. Alright, we good. The anomaly data's over there. Damn it! How's it doing over there? Alright. Yeah, there's a... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Back here. Somebody must have just come through here, because they're like a bunch of bad guys on high alert. Something. Stuff. Copy the data. That's great. Just give me the thing. Thank you.
Process complete. Item successful.
Shoot myself with some Healy gun. This is basically like stealing from the guys who made Space Jurassic Park. Actually, that's the big thing that is making all that damn noise. Oh, I don't like that.
Laying down cover.
Laying down cover. Is there anything in here? There's usually not anything worth grabbing in here. Sadly. Oh, scheiße. Tell you what, after running these missions, my character's definitely not going to be able to have kids. All this radiation exposure.
Here comes trouble.
Oh, no, don't push that. Do that too.
We need to move.
I need... Re-up those.
Look out!
Oh, quit your bitch, and I only killed you. Why are there so many people here? This is a bit unreasonable. Oh, he's dead already.
Here comes trouble. Turn the fire.
Look out for muzzle flare, am I right? Alright. I need to heal myself back up and equipe. That's part of my issue. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna grab some Zenith Never refills. Gonna take a shortcut through the shitter. Whatever this guy ate, well, I suspect this is the work of Torpedo Burrito. I am shooting myself about as much as I'm shooting them. It's like one volley for them, one for me. Nothing good there. There really is never anything good in these. Nothing. Man, I only have one of these. I think somebody did just come running through here. Something like that. We'll take some more of that, though. This game teaches valuable life lessons. It also teaches some, like, really useless... not useless, but it's like, I wouldn't subscribe to the philosophy. There's some bad philosophies in here. Nope, nothing. Ooh, an apple. I will not. That's right back where we kind of started and came through. That's where we went. What we're aiming for is right here. And that's it. That gives us one suspect hard drive. We only need to do that 12 more times. Because the wonderful wiki of Low has strange requests. But I could buy these things from people. Maybe. Money doesn't really mean a whole lot in this game right now. That's not a great sound. You can see I'm collecting the Zenith sniper rifles. my whip my sticks out. I want to be ready to go because if there is somebody out here, I don't want to be caught. Close up the door here. Okay. Victory. Oh. Let's not count our chickens for we're back in the hangar. There we go. Everyone's gonna have me coming in under the ring. I don't like it. Got a perfectly good hangar right in front of me. Why are you gonna make me come under the ring? Land under the donut. Not even on the side that I'm on. Way out here. Over sideways just a wee bit. There we go. Oh, quit your bitching. Ain't that close. Oh. Yeah, every spot on the space station is a landing spot. Really kind of depends on how much you like or dislike air traffic control. Suspect hard drive in. Suspect hard drive out. Put the suspect hard drive in. And we shake it all about. Do the wiki licky, you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
contact you again soon.
You didn't contact me at all, sir. I contacted you. I'm gonna do it again, too. Now, this really is kind of the most efficient way that I've found to get these drives. There are ones that have a better monetary reward, and you only go a little bit further in. But ever since the latest update, and they made the they gave the NPC enemies much better aim, that is not worth the time or the energy or the frustration for me. I'm all about go in, seal the pipe, take the data, dip. We'll go ahead and do it again. It's investigation. Oh. Looks like I do actually have to wait a wee bit. Actually, to that end, let me hop out of here. So let me
Launch complete.
swing around. Too far. I'm gonna pop down to Nubabaj and see just how many of these I've got left. Yeah, I saw these things floating out here in space, like it's going under my ship, and then this one right there. I thought there were a bunch of TARDISes. Like, good lord, they got a lot of Doctor Who fans around here. There's New Babbage. We're gonna take the fun way in. Tell you what, I've had starting locations on all the planets in the Stanton system. This is by far my favorite. Oh, the food's always good. It's literally just a bowl of stuffing with some shredded cheese sprinkled in. Pookie and I are both of a mind that you can always be down for like just a bowl of stuffing. And my philosophy is almost everything is elevated by adding shredded cheese to it. So this is how we do stuffing. if we need to eat something just to survive, and we're not feeling like cooking, bowl of stuffing with shredded cheese in it. Alright, we're getting a bit close now. I don't know what that noise was. This game has a lot of like noises and alarms and buzzers and things. It doesn't tell you what they are. It's like there's a noise. You're just like, oh no. Oh no. I know she was playing Marvel Rivals because they added Deadpool. What is she now? Slinger's play. Okay. You know what? I've seen worse. I've seen worse from her. It's only a matter of time if she turns into something like Ghost-faced Booty Sloot. Yeah, that's definitely worse.
Landing gear down.
Nicely done. We can take care of your vehicle from here.
Any landing you can walk away from.
Engines.
You know, and that's actually kind of one of my favorite things. I'm a big free speech advocate, and a lot of my reasoning is, oh no, please give me a reason to not listen to you. I love that. That's the problem. Like absolutely. Give me a reason to not listen to you. What is it doing here? Yeet! Okay. Looking for Uther. Wish these stacked. They don't. Very annoying. Oh, absolutely. Now, the idea of like a gravity optional gun is nuts. All right, so I do have 3, so I need to do that 12 more times. I'm working, and I say working like I'm actively doing it. I'm not, but it bounces around in my head. I'm plotting a book that is sort of a steampunk airship novel, following the career of a sky sailor, you know, an officer in the Sky Navy. And the whole idea about airships, and here's why I don't like things I don't like about steampunk atmospheres when it comes to airships. Number one, blimps are highly vulnerable and fragile things. Like the whole idea of air in an envelope. Like in World War I, balloons were hard to set aflame because even though they were filled with hydrogen, the hydrogen itself would not burn until you exposed oxygen to it as well. And so balloon popping was very difficult in World War I. But the thing is that as soon as you started shooting at the balloon, they'd start reeling them down so that you couldn't shoot at them anymore. They're very dangerous to shoot at because as soon as they start coming down, you're flying closer and closer to the anti-aircraft guns. They're going to zero in eventually. So the idea of having an entire ship relying on a balloon not getting shot, like, I'm sorry, no. If I've got a cannon and I'm in an airship and there's, the target's got a big balloon on top of it, I'm not shooting the hull, I'm aiming for the balloon. I'll punch a hole in that thing the size of my head. That's the way I'm gonna try and fight it. And so then I had to kind of work out. It's like, all right, so how is the military ship going to get up there? A commercial ship, perfectly fine, because they're not meant to be fighting. They'll have some vulnerability for the sake of, hey, we got to be cheap and making profit. Yeah, blimps are such an obvious target. They are so big compared to the weight that they can carry. Even with America having Zeppelin-based, dirigible-based aircraft carriers, which we did. We had 4 of them. Like the Macon, what was it? The Macon, the Norfolk? I want to say Norfolk. We had 4 blimp-based aircraft carriers. And the theory was completely sound. The idea was sound. But it's like, they're vulnerable to storms because of their lightness and their fragility when it comes to ballast. And they were rigid hull. So they had the advantage of being rigid hull. They weren't just a balloon. They were rigid. They held their shape no matter what was in them. But then you need to figure out what you're going to fill them with. So, you got to kind of work out these problems. And so what really got me thinking was work out the problems with the universe first. Then build the universe from there. And so what I ended up doing was working out a miracle element that basically is inert until you run an electric charge through it. Then it is inert. And this electric charge, when this element, which is somewhat scarce, but not super duper scarce, when this element gets an electric charge through it, it behaves like a superconductor. So it sits where you put it. But whereas a superconductor works by being super cooled and effectively resisting gravity that way, this one behaves like a superconductor when an electric charge runs through it. But then I'm also giving it technology of sort of Napoleonic, pre-Napoleon, so 1800s technologies. So yes, there are rifles. No, they're not mass produced because rifles are difficult to load and take a long time and difficult to produce. So I'm aiming for like a 1700s, 1800s level of technology. However, there is knowledge of electric generation. A lot of things are going to be clockwork run. And that's kind of the setting that I'm looking at. But like an inverse piezoelectric element that acts as semiconductor. Yeah, basically. So it's almost like a magnet that is just, it negates gravity, but it still obeys Newton's laws. So once it has its charge, it is neutral gravitationally, or gravitationally neutral. We'll say that. It's gravitationally neutral. It can still be pushed in any direction. So for every action, there's equal and opposite reaction. An object at rest will stay at rest until acted upon by another force. An object in motion will stay in motion until acted upon by another force. So ships, the airships still need fins. They still need wings. They just do not need to produce lift by means of an airfoil. So they're not requiring Bernoulli's principle of lift in order to maintain altitude. They will have some form of propeller or something like that. So some of them will be ornithopters, and different nations will have different design schemes. So you will see some nations that rely on ornithopter technology. There will be some, like, commerce will have smaller amounts of this element, which I've named levitanium, because it levitates.
Landing gear up.
For commerce, there will be levitanium mixed with hot air. Because hot air produces a decent amount of lift. However, it absolutely needs help if you're going to lift anything a certain amount. The Sky Navy is going to run into the same problems that we ran into in World War II, where there are certain altitudes where if you touch something metal, your hand freezes to it. B-17's so these are vehicles that will not be operating beyond B-17 levels. You know, they cannot operate at the level of a B-17.
Thank you for
Whereas you'll
visiting
see
Babbage, the proud home of microtech, where creative innovation meets
steampunk
innovative
ships where they're
creativity.
going up at like these high altitudes. It's like, do you have any idea how cold it is up there? Like, it is insanely cold. I think I saw something for every 100 feet you go down a degree, or something like that. And so there is an operational ceiling where just people don't work anymore. And then there's an operational ceiling where it doesn't matter how bundled up you are, you need oxygen or you're done. And so I had to work out ways for propulsion. You know, how are they getting their locomotion? I really love the idea of clockwork mechanisms, but I had to look at how clockwork mechanisms work. And when I tell you, they are the most fascinating things. I fell down a rabbit hole of escapement mechanisms. Yeah, high altitudes. Like, man, there are a lot of things that work at high altitudes. People ain't one of them. And so the escapement mechanisms, like, okay, can we put an escapement on a ship? You know, you're going to have this soup, you know, your ship's going to look like it has testicles. Which is fine, because you've got a bunch of dudes on the ship who'll be like, haha, shitballs. But each of those have to be rewound. They have to be wound back up in order for the gravity to pull them back down. And for the kind of mechanisms that you're running, how heavy do these things have to be? How much torque do you have to put into them? So stuff like that, these are all the questions that I'm answering before I even start writing the book, because I don't want to run into the same issue that J.K. Rowling did. And this is one of the problems that J.K. Rowling had, is that she got very successful with her very first book. As such, she ran into a lot of questions that normally would have been sussed out and answered way earlier on. She just didn't have those. God, what do I have to do? Alright, we're gonna do the research one. But things like why does Magic Hitler struggle so bad at taking over a high school? Like, I'm sorry. That's so Harry Potter, like the Harry Potter universe is fun and all, and it's, you know, it's not the worst thing, but you really can't just
get ready to tackle this one. Just
you
keep your head
can't
down and you should be able to get it.
really think about it too hard. You know, and I'm going to avoid that by thinking about it way too hard. You know, and so kind of what I want to do, and I've been watching a lot of Brandon Sanderson lectures. He gives wonderful lectures. I love watching his videos. And he talks about, you know, write 5 novels before you write the novel, before you even start writing the novel that you want to write. Over here. Because you need to find your voice as an author. You need to find, you know, how do you write, what works, what doesn't. And a lot of authors never, you know, if they're successful with their very first book, they never get to find out what works and what doesn't. They just know that this way worked, and they don't know why. Hey, Nifty! Ooh, what movie are you watching? I am a cinephile myself. I do love a good move. You know, so I'm kind of thinking, like, I really want to write this book. I don't want this to be the first book I write, but I want my other books to be in the same world so I can have 5 books flesh out this world before I even start writing the book that I want to write. So I'm really kind of digging into this idea of fleshing out the world. I'm doing a ton of world building. What I'm not going to do is what Tolkien did. Tolkien is a phenomenal world builder, but God, it is such a chore getting through his books. I cannot handle his writing style. And so my world building will be expressed basically through the first 5 books that I write. That's what's going to give you a sense of how this world is. Or a series of short stories as kind of anthologies. Right, yeah. You know, and then sometimes you end up with authors where they go one direction and their books are so popular they get picked up to make into movies or TV shows or something, and then they realize something else is better. So you've got, or you run out of material. So they like got Song of Fire and Ice getting picked up into Game of Thrones, which George R.R. Martin has never finished. I don't think he's ever going to. I think he's going to fuck around, and everybody else now gets to make television shows about his IP. He's never going to write another book. He doesn't have to. He is comfortable until the day he dies, which he's not in the greatest of shape. So who knows when that's going to be. I don't think we're ever going to get an actual end to Game of Thrones that was George R.R. Martin's vision in Song of Fire and Ice. You can really tell when they ran out of material to write about. Yeah, there's never... Song of Fire and Ice turning into Game of Thrones was his version of American Pie for Don McLean. And people will ask Don McLean, what does American Pie mean? Is it about Richie Valens, Buddy Holly, and the Big Bopper? Is this some deeper meaning that we don't understand yet? What does it mean? And his response was, it means I never have to write another song again. That's what it means. It's like, he got so successful on the first run that he doesn't need to finish. Which, you know, good for him, but man, for the rest of us, it sucks. Because what we got was Game of Thrones Season 8. That sucked. How'd they turn Tyrion Lannister the dumbest person in Westeros? Making literally every bad decision out there that was to be made. You know, or you end up with Bernard Cornwell. Bernard Cornwell. No, it is Cornwell. Patricia Cornwell. I don't know. The guy who did the Sharps series. Now, the Sharps made-for-TV movies starring Sean Bean. Fantastic movies. Would not have been made without Napoleonic War reenactors. Like, they had the contributions that Civil War reenactors had to Gettysburg. But those movies were being made, and they were not being made in the same order as the books. So Sharp's Rifles was the first movie, but it was the fourth book. There were 3 more books before that, dealing with Sharp's time in India, which they later went back and made movies for afterwards. I'm like, man, as a private, he sure looks old. And it's because, yeah, they were made like 10 years after he was supposed to have been promoted sergeant. And great movies, though. Great books. Yeah, it is there to be fun, and I loved it. And so with the Sharp series, he was still writing the books when they introduced Sergeant Obadiah Hakeswell in the movies, played by the incredible Pete Postlethwaite. And Pete Postlethwaite's take on Obadiah Hakeswell, giving him the twitch, giving him this weird clipped way of talking. Bernard Cornwell liked it so much, he rewrote the character to more closely resemble Pete Postlethwaite's acting. Also, the original Sharp was not supposed to be, or Sharp was not supposed to be played by Sean Bean. It was supposed to be played by the guy who ended up becoming the 8th Doctor in Doctor Who. I think it was the 8th Doctor. He was the original Sharp, and it was his costume that Sean Bean was wearing, which is why it didn't fit. That's why he never had the jacket closed, because he was a bigger guy. But the original guy who played the 8th Doctor in Doctor Who more accurately fit the description of Sharp in the books. He was from the south side of London. He was dark-haired. he had a taller build, but was very lean. And then they got Sean Bean, who's definitely none of those things. And they ended up, he ended up rewriting the character and kind of realigning the character more to Sean Bean's appearance because of the movies coming out while he was writing the books. Oh, let's oh, I'm still carrying so many Zenith rifle ammos. So it was a fascinating thing. Yeah, he rewrote Sharp's origin to match the series.
Not sure if you heard, but the shift's got
Like,
extended.
and that's what I would want from an author. And it's like, okay. Holy shit, you guys are as spacey as I am about getting shot at.
Lay in cover! Hostile detected!
Oh, oh. Over, Anakin! I have the high ground! Just gonna shoot myself in the wrist. That's what it was. Yeah, he was originally from London, or it's like he was from London, but like Sean Bean's not from London. Doesn't sound like he's from London. And so yeah, he did the smart thing and just kind of like, all right, we're rewriting this because we made different movies.
Suppressing fire!
Gut shot.
Lay in cover!
All right, let's see what's back here.
Covering!
So I think if
Anybody got eyes?
you were to work on any kind of a series to really, I need to pick up a gallant. Is this guy? Who's this guy got? He's got a heavy machine gun. Looks like. Yeah. You know what I don't need? I don't need that.
Suspect. I think they got away. No sign of them.
I think Bernard Cornwell, as cheesy as some of his writing is, because like, okay, you're telling me this guy was in literally every major battle ever. Like, I don't think so. Also got married like 8 times and lost all of his money every single time. What's up, dickhead? You will not make this putt, you jackass. Oh shit, oh shit.
Here, cover! You slippery bastard!
Did you just call me a slippery sausage?
Here, cover!
Did you hear that? Okay, I don't like this.
Where did that bastard sneak off?
I booped her snoot.
Friendly down! Here, cover!
Like your cats.
Suppressive fire!
Oh, jackass, don't stand up. I hate when you're looting somebody, it makes you stand up. Let me steal his hat. Got your hat.
Suspects in the wind.
What do you call me? You about to call me an asshole?
Got you covered! No signs of the suspect. Covering! Suppressing fire!
I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. I
Next one has your
don't
name on it.
have a clue. Just
Suppressing
got
fire!
a Zenith sniper rifle. I'm just lucky it matches
Suppressing
my
fire!
armor too.
Damn it. Lost them.
Ba-do-do.
I'm pinned down!
Did you just say up and down? Hello.
I'm pinned down!
Bro, you are real bad at this. I say as I'm about to die.
Here, cover.
Suppressing fire!
Oh, he injured me horrid.
Got contact! I'm pinned down! It's just delaying the inevitable! Find some cover!
Laying down cover.
Here comes trouble!
We're under attack.
Oh, good lord.
We need to move.
Ah, they dropped one!
Here, cover. Shit.
We
Contact.
need a medic!
Shit. Where did that friendly's down?
Got you covered!
Anybody got eyes?
2 bingeries. That's no good.
Suppressing fire!
Laying cover. Shit. Contact.
Oh, this is not good.
Here comes trouble!
Oh, lord. Just kill the guy. Jesus.
Laying down cover.
Oh, well, okay.
Nailed one!
Yada da 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 da.
Compromise. Need to move.
At least I didn't lose anything.
Got you covered!
Here, cover.
I am incapacitated. Let's go back to New Babbage. We might actually get a real mission.
Covering!
Holy shit, none of that was fun. I don't like the research wing.
We've got
I like the
contact!
engineering wing. Research wing's weird.
Suppressing fire! Covering!
Then there's all this
Got
nonsense.
you covered! Can't dodge forever! We've got a bead on a possible hostile. Searching now. Suppressing fire!
Yeah, one of the things you're gonna find is that I'm completely ass at this game.
Where's the medic?
Laying down cover.
Flash banged by Microtech. Oh, somebody left his long johns in here. Says, você me viu, foi... Olha aquilo. Olha aquilo. This is what we need. We need virtual... We need terrariums with, like, virtual critters in it. We need more of these in our architecture. Oh, damn it. I lost... Okay, no, I do still have my Mirage. Whew. I was so scared I'd lost my Mirage. Oh, soft. I'm a new person. None of my activity feeds are working. By the way, the FBB, thank you very much for subscribing over on YouTube. And Jerry Strike, thank you very much for following on Peak. We do appreciate that. Where am I going? Going out here. I found the secret to happiness on Star Citizen is don't play on a server where everyone's awake. Okay, I mean, that doesn't sound like the most genuine of things. Just saying.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
Oh. Yeah, the
Capsule
ground
now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking
combat
passengers.
side of this has always been tricky for me. Actually, people just file in. Like, I don't know. I was just getting absolutely swarmed.
Doors are now closing. I like the idea of having magazines on your body, but I hate the idea that if you don't have them on your body, you just can't access them. Because only being allowed 8 magazines divided up between 2 guns and a med pen, or honestly up to 3 guns and a med pen, because if you've got a pistol Nearing next stop.
as well, it's just like, that's a lot of stuff.
Clear of disembarking passengers.
Oh man, I don't, and my, I'm gonna fly a fighter there, and I'm gonna bring my Corsair home. Thing I don't like. Well, I suppose I could just bring my Corsair back. Another option would be take out my Polaris and farm NG script for Wicklow favors, trade Wicklow favor for ASD drives. work better.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle is visible.
Actually, we're going to do this because I really do want my Corsair back. If no other reason, I've got a crate in the back that I don't have to buy again, so I'd rather not. My munching. No, come back down! Oh, you son of a bitch. I hate when the ships do that. That really annoys me. With the Zenith rifle. Where there's a will, there's a lawyer. Oh, come on now. I'll do this. Boom tube. That's right.
Aegis combat system activated. Systems green.
There's got to repair it for 60,000.
Weapon systems online.
Alright, well, let's fix what the problem was. Up, back, back.
Systems offline. Aegis combat system activated. systems. Weapon systems online.
Alright. Got weapons on.
Shields online.
Okay. We are going to.
You are all clear to leave.
Launch complete.
Looks like you're on your way. It was great being able to help you, and I hope you're able to visit us here at New Babbage again real soon.
Okay. Now that we're out, we go back to. Where the hell supposed to go? Where am I going? Excuse me. Am I going to? Oh, beware of possible hostiles on site. Oh, thanks. That's great. That's fantastic. Oh boy. Okay. That's right. We're in a fighter. I think we went to Cleo.
Initiated.
How do you like the saber? It do look pretty cool. What's that nonsense down there? Is it seriously not gonna give me... It's not giving me a waypoint to where I died. Okay, well. Back to New Babbage. This Abandon. Actually, we'll go to Port Tressler. Oop.
You're quitting, eh? Wouldn't be the first one to be investigated.
Well, I mean, if you're not gonna give me a quantum beacon back to the site where I died, then yeah, I'm gonna quit. I can't get back there.
Initiated.
Dipshit.
Quantum travel complete.
It wouldn't be so bad, except they have a medical center on site. But it's like it used to be able to respawn there, but you can't. And if you take a medical ship, you know, and you land it in the hangar, you can't respawn there either. I really like this game. It's unfortunate that CIG finds so many ways to make you not want to play the content. Like, it's not just making the content hard. It's making the content hard to enjoy. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna make running the Onyx facilities harder. Also, we're gonna take away the ability to respawn anywhere in the Onyx facility. Also, we're going to make it so that if you do die, you can't get back here. Why? What is the point of doing that?
Landing gear deployed.
Why would anybody want to play that? Like, yeah, I'm trying to get Wicklow stuff, but I gotta do that 12 more times. They're making it really difficult to do it once. Well, twice, technically.
Landing complete. Launch complete. Engines offline.
It just seemed kind of dumb. Oh, what do I know? They're the ones who have made $12 billion off of the game, not me.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
Oh, Rex, I'm in a small. Can't do anything from here. Oh, damn it. I need the lobby, not my hangar. I'll figure it out one of these days. Alright, so we're gonna dismiss our corpse marker because it's not doing us any good.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System.
And we're gonna go ahead and claim our Corsair because we can't get
Your
back to it.
insurance claim has been sent.
Let me pay the expedited fee. I want to pay the fee. Fee me. Come on. File claim.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval
I'm not
System.
gonna lie, there are times I wonder if they play
Your
the wrong
insurance
game.
claim has been sent. Thank you.
Alright, we're going to grab a new 2SU crate. At this point, I'm kind of torn between whether I want to keep doing this mission or if I want to go out and farm Vanduul plates and metals. Let me see what I actually need Vanduul plates and metals for. Let's see. Okay. Find. All right. So the L-21 Wolf Stealth, the Mirai Guardian MX, the RSI Meteor. Tell me that's it for the ships. Plating. The L-21 Stealth Wolf. Guardian MX. Okay. How was I doing that again? It's kind of weird. Buy this. Oh, here's me. Good heavens. Where that snuck up on me from. I'm just littering around here. It's kind of crazy. No respect for the other people who got to use the station. I need to go to the Galleria to get more ammo for the Blano. Before I do that, I realize I've only got the boom tube, so I need to go back to New Village anyway.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System.
Got a minute to go. Hinge back. This game's fun and all, but man, it's if you're trying to do something, it almost seems more fun if you're not trying to do anything, if you're just kind of taking it as it goes. But if you set your mind to do something, it's a pain in the butt.
Welcome
Right
to
there.
the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System.
11 seconds.
Vehicle selected.
Hey. Okay. Pretty sure I asked for my Drake Corsair, but
Retrieval system.
cool.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Container. Yep, and we back up, and boot, there it is. And it just kind of poops out. I'm pretty sure I pushed the button. Push the button. Can you push the freaking button? Okay, going through here, turn all the lights on because they're all off. Lights on, everybody. Lights on. Lights on. You gotta turn the lights on here because right here there's a light that just shines right in your face. If you don't turn the overhead lights on, that one is just like wing. Sucks. Absolutely bungus.
Your systems are online.
Contracts. Investigate them.
Landing gear up. Shield system offline.
Okay, hope you're ready to tackle this one. Just keep your head down and you should be able to get it sorted.
We gotta go to New Babbage first. Right. Damn it. Okay. Because I've only got a boom tube on me. That's not super useful. I mean, it's really useful. It's not super useful for what I need. New Babbage. Right. I don't like it.
Quantum drive is now on.
I like New Babbage, or I like Microtech, but man, it is really bright. It is chock full of albedo. Where is New Babbage? The other thing, you go to quantum travel somewhere, then for no reason whatsoever, markers disappear. Could you imagine having a GPS every time you get to a certain location, or certain, not even a certain, a random, you get to a random point in the GPS and it suddenly stops working and you've got to plug in your destination again? Can you imagine that GPS ever selling more than a few hundred models before they found that out? And be like, this thing's ass.
Quantum
Like,
drive is now
what is this bullshit of a navigation computer? I've worked as a pizza delivery driver. That would piss me off. I would be so frustrated.
Found you the perfect spot.
Excellent. You know I do love the perfect spot. Line ourselves up. Go, bring it on down.
Nicely done. We can take care of your vehicle from here.
I fucking hope so. I'm just parking it. Put that away, sir. You don't need that. You don't need any of that nonsense. What we need is to run through the ship and out. I'm absolutely not planning on engaging in this much boom tubery. Let's see what this has on it. Okay. Sort, because we're going to need compensator. No, stabilizer. Compensator is for ballistics. Stabilizer is for energy weapons, which this is. X. Underbarrel flashlight, we'll take that. Why not? You know. There we go, there's the stabilizer 2. What we got for ammo? Ammo. Ammo for the blamo. Right, no ammo, so we gotta go buy some somewhere. The question becomes, is it faster to go to Fort Tressler, the Galleria, or is it faster to go to the Commons and Center Mass? We'll go to the Commons. May not be faster, but I don't have to fly. So somebody described this game as elevator simulator, and I can't really get that out of my head because, man, you really go through a lot of elevators in this game. Seems like every time they needed to add sort of a choke point of some kind, they're like, oh, put an elevator they gotta go through. Whatever they need, it's on a different level. And no, we're not gonna tell them where.
you enjoy the rest of your visit.
I don't know why you're talking to me, lady. This outfit.
For the latest updates on ship availability,
That's where we're going. We're going.
conveniently located terminal.
Yeah, we're going out here. There's your area.
Your belongings belong to you.
Your belongings belong to you. Good to know. Ready to explore? Really? Really a whole lot of exploration in the game.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
Alrighty. Oh. Nope. And now we wait. So I think... I'm trying to think how would be the best way to go about this. It feels like balancing it out, doing a Gilly's Gauntlet mission in the Polaris, or something that you can do Gilly's Gauntlets in. And then, while that one is resetting, and I like the Gilly's Gauntlet number 6, while that's resetting, run the Onyx data anomaly in the engineering section where you gotta repair the pipe, and then bounce back and forth between the two. That'll get you an influx of script, MG script, as well as getting those ASD drives that you need 15 of. Now, in order to get the golem, let's see this way. In order to get the golem, we need, excuse me, I think 2 Wicklow favor. Do blade check. The golem is 2 Wicklow favor.
Well, thanks for listening.
And 15
I hope you enjoy
ASD
your
secure
time in New
drives.
Baggage.
Which means you need 100 Wicklow favor, or sorry, 100 MG script at 14 apiece. Yeah, so even then, you really don't need nearly as many of those as you need these annoying ASD
Enjoy the
drives.
rest of your visit.
Oh, gosh. Oh, I don't know why I'm yawning. Actually, I do know why I'm yawning. I'm talking too much. I'm not used to it. Starving my brain of oxygen, as one does. Hope I spell it right. Alright, we're gonna put these in my backpack. Grab 100 of them. Processing transaction. Do they run out of
I
batteries?
think you're going to be happy with that.
Transaction complete. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and buy 40 of these. Never know. I'll need them.
Good purchase.
Shit so far?
Thankfully, when you die, your med pen fills back up.
Wanted to put it like that myself, but I get what you mean.
Spaceport. Well, I suppose it doesn't really matter which side you go on because you can always cross over, but you know, keep things simplified. One minute. Because reasons, you know, why not? Oh my goodness. Wow.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers. The
I could have
capsule will
sworn I
leave
saw a
the
person
station
sitting right there.
momentarily. Careful, doors are now closing.
And we're off. Always see New Babbage International or Interstellar Spaceport. I always think it makes me look, or it always makes me think of like a giant citadel in the mountains. It's cool.
Nearing next stop. Station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
Oh, wow. I think I need to figure out a way to work back up to streaming again. I'm 2 hours in and just bragging. Doesn't help that I've only gotten one thing done that I wanted to, but you know. This would definitely work better if I was on a team and each of us individually got this mission and then shared it so that we're working together, and then we just pool all of the ASD drives to one person. That's the hardest part about Wicklow, is that you only get your rewards one person at a time, and then from there you know, when you, if that rewards a ship, if it's a giant ship like an Idris or the Polaris, like you got to pick who's gonna keep it. You know, somebody's gonna own it, even though you had 20 people work on it with you, and those 20 people are gonna feel a claim to that ship. So that's probably the hardest thing about the way the game works. So many of the rewards only go to one person, unless it's the ABC, in which case it is divided. Damn, I don't know. Oh boy, well. Wait, someone in the lobby in DVD said something to you, and the end of it was censored. So at endgame, I was like, oh hey, what was it? I mean, gullibility were you a survivor? Was it another survivor saying this to you, or was it, were you killer? Was it the killer saying it to you? That's because a lot of times, like, the killer versus survivor, or survivor versus killer, like, Guile is part of the game, especially when there's no communication, because as you say, your solo queue, if you got no communication with anybody, you'll get tricked into things. Like, that's just a thing. People, I don't miss Dead by Daylight. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't miss Dead by Daylight. If I jumped into it again, I would be the most toxic killer. Not even toxic in you know, hit on hook sort of way, but I think if I jumped back into that, oh man, I would be a win at any cost kind of killer. I am so done with the survivor attitude. I recently was, I commented on a video, it was a reel, and it was from the survivor's perspective, doing survivor shenanigans, like crouching behind something, and the whole thing was like, man, I swear to God, some of you killers must be blind. And I commented on there, like, have you seen what the killer's perspective is? It is a very narrow field of vision, and it's first person, and it's an abnormal position. Like, yeah, the killer can't see things, and then they've got like their hand or their weapon taking up a huge chunk of the screen, and they can't hear because there's either weird techno music playing in their ears, or they can hear themselves, like how Wraith and Billy both purr. It's like, yeah, the senses of the killer are automatically dulled to save the survivor. So dunking on the killer for not seeing you, like, now it's different. I got that one clip of me looking right at Scarecrow Kate in the cornfield. Now granted, it was in the cornfield, but she was just kneeling right in front of me. I did not see her, and like everybody in chat, all y'all were like, are you blind? To which my response is yes. Yes, I am. But that's kind of this thing with Dead by Daylight. You can spot the people who only play one side, because they truly seem to have no idea what it's like on the other side of that. None whatsoever. You know what they need to do? They need to give you a bonus based on how much time you spend on one side translates into a bonus for playing the other side. So if you play however many minutes and or games or something on Survivor side, you get a bonus to your blood points on Killer side. And then once you've run through those bonuses, however much time you spend on Killer side after that translates into a bonus on Survivor side. Instead of just giving people a bonus for whichever side has the fewest number of players, also incentivize playing both sides of the game.
Engines online.
Oh. Let me see what actually is going on here. I hate to do this. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I've kind of at least shown what it is that I wanted to show, even though I didn't get to do nearly as much of it as I wanted to. But right now, at this point, I'm just yawning and getting killed and waiting for ships and such. So I am going to go ahead and call it here and raid out. But I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. I'll be back on Thursday. I can't imagine getting sick with something else. Like, I've already had 2 different issues happen. If I get a third, that's just it. Thursdays just will not be my day. But I'll be back on Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And until next time, take care of yourselves. Check in on friends and family. Stay safe, stay cool, stay warm, stay hydrated, and above all, stay dapper. We'll catch you next time.
I mean the kind of music men hum or whistle when they feel on top of the world. And gentlemen, one of the many things that give you that tip-top feeling is the pleasure of being well-dressed. The kind of music men hum or whistle when they feel on top of the world.